around, I'm there. I'm a big basketball fan, same with baseball as well. So
Oh, nice.
Keep them options open. I love that.
So football is all about being a team player.
mhm.
What qualities do you feel make a great team player?
Being able to bring the team together, what I'm saying. I feel like every team is gonna have their fights among each other. That's just bound to happen because it's like brothers,
Yeah.
rarely fights, but being able to make up and have those amends and focus on the next step, focus on the enemy, you know what I'm saying? Um, Being able to come together for that common goal, that's what makes a great team, having that camaraderie.
Nice.
I love that. Having camaraderie is very important. With that being said, how do you keep your drive and motivation to keep doing what you're doing? You're balancing all of these, in your life.
Honestly, when you love something as much as you do, then that drive and motivation is gonna come natural. You're just going out there not because you feel like you have to, but because you just love being out there. So
All right. So, what advice do you have for the future kids who are going to be following in your same footsteps, wanting to play high school football, going into college, and so forth?
I would say try to stay at your head and focus on yourself. I think
Mm.
one of the biggest things with football players, just in general, is confidence in their own selves. You can be the greatest player in the world, but if you're in your head, you're gonna struggle no matter what you do on the football field. You're gonna think about every little thing, and you just gotta let everything come natural. You gotta stay focused and not let the little things get to you. You gotta be able to bounce back.
Right. Okay.
Wow. How old are you? You're so mature.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Oh, and Dad, how is it with watching him? Is there any similarities you see with
Right.
how he's been going through with football as you were with baseball?
Oh, definitely, definitely. His drive, his tenacity that he plays with, um, his will to lead and win. He wants to win. He wants to compete.
Mm-hmm.
Those qualities are just what he has, and I'm just at awe at times of some of the things that he's able to do on the football field at such a young age. More than what I was able to do when I was his age, for sure. But it's fun watching him. It's fun watching everything come to fruition from the time that we started dreaming about playing sports when he was at a very young age, and to see it all come to fruition, and even with all of his friends and teammates, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Awesome couple of years of high school, but we've been on this journey for a while, and we couldn't have done it without the grace of the Lord, and without his mother and the sacrifices that she had to make it. You know what I mean? Because she's over all the credit, because she's been there, and she's been leading the way. So especially when I was playing, she had to raise the kids and make sure they got to where they had to get to, making sure they was fed and they did their chores and they did all those other things. So it's just been a great journey up until this point, and like I said, all we can do is thank God.
Awesome.
I love that. Considering your dad was in the major league, how has he inspired you as an athlete?
He's my hero. I look up to him for everything. He played every sport growing up, and I wanted to be just like him.
Nice.
He wore 22 in football.
20.
20. And what's funny is I actually wore 21 because I thought that was his number. I
did wear
Wow.
21 as well. That was my baseball number. I wore 21 in baseball. So
Yeah, but in football, I thought it was 21 the whole time. So I was wearing 21 up until I got to high school, and I was playing wide receiver, and they're like, "Bro, you can't wear 21 as a receiver. That just looks odd." So I flipped it around to 12, and that's my number ever since. But I look up to him for everything. He's always set the guideline of, he set the principles of what I want to be when I'm older. I want to be the same type of father. I want to be there for my kids. I want to be just everything that he's accomplished. I want to do that and greater.
That's awesome.
Oh,
we
you're
got-
gonna make me
we got
cry. Oh, right.
I like
We
it.
both lost our dads. So you're very blessed to still have him around. I want to also mention what your dad said about your mom. That is the works of a woman, and I really inspired to be that one day. So you were raised by great parents, as we can see here. Can you tell us your why?
My wife.
Your why for everything, for what you do, for where you're going.
I want to say I want to live my life knowing that I did everything that I wanted to do, everything that I could. And
Wow.
also my little brother, he's a big thing. I want to make sure that I'm setting a good, I'm being a good role model for him. I'm setting the standard for him as well, because everything I do, I feel like is for him. I know he's going to copy after me, and I want to make sure that I'm not doing anything bad so that he ends up going down a bad path. I want to make sure that he's set. I want to make sure that he's looking up to me, and he doesn't make any mistakes that I do. You know what I'm saying?
Good answer. Good answer. Let's get a round of applause for that.
Hey, can I ask a question to you, Junior?
Yep.
So one of the things that we all like to talk about as a team is we all have a dream, right?
Right.
And one of my favorite things I always like to say is keeping the dream alive.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about a lot of advice. You talk about your little brother, and then how I think that's a common goal we all have. We're all just trying to inspire the next generations under us. So. What's your advice to young kids who have a dream, right? Like how you and Trey had a dream.
Right.
What's your advice on how they can keep their dream alive?
You keep your dream alive by, having a vision, setting goals, believing in those goals and believing in that vision and putting the work in. It's once you put the work in, you can always hang your hat, and you can, whether you accomplish or reach that dream or goal, you can hang your hat. Like I did everything possible to get to where I was trying to get to. And dreams can change, goals can change, and it's okay. It's okay to change those goals and change those dreams at times. So I believed in myself. I worked hard, did everything possible to try to make it. And it was the best feeling in the world to be able to live out your dream. There's nothing like it. I mean, the only thing better is watching your children being born. That's the only thing I can compare it to, so for me, I had a dream at a very young age. I knew what I wanted to do at the age of 4. So I felt like God had already put it on me what my path was going to be, and that was to play sports, to be a professional athlete. And I didn't know what sport I wanted to play. I wanted to do all of them, but I knew ever since I was 4 that I wanted to be a professional athlete. I had a big brother, I had an older brother that I looked up to. Unfortunately, he went to prison at a very young age, and I was young when he did go to prison. Mm-hmm. So he made sure that, prison was not a place that I wanted to end up. That's not a place I wanted to be. So I put all my time and energy into sports, being the best ball player. I was trying to be like Mike,
Right.
So I was trying to be like Mike and did everything I could to implement and imitate what Mike stood for and everything that he did on the court, on and off. So that's what I tried to do in every sport and everything I did. And also in the classroom. I also was competitive in the classroom as well. I wasn't the best of students, but I did compete, and I was competing, and, that's where it starts. It starts in the classroom. So the only way you can get there is making sure that you're making good grades and you're doing what you're supposed to do in the classroom as well. So I think that's important for young kids because, a lot of times they want to put all their energy into sports and they forget about the work that has to be done in the classroom. So it's important that they compete in the classroom as well. And very, very important. But, having that dream, you got to have a vision and then just work hard, work diligently, and make sure you write your goals down and don't let anyone outwork you. That's what I said.
Man, point to the nearest brick wall. I'm gonna run through it right now.
Dang, that's some good stuff.
Yes.
I was literally, I don't even want this to end yet. But
what you're about to do, jumping. Come my way,
no, it's true. I'm living proof, and dude, I for someone that kind of bet on himself, drafted in the 36th round, and things not going. I knew I was a better ball player than what people were seeing or saying about me. I just needed an opportunity. So once I got that opportunity, I didn't look back. I wasn't going to do anything. I'm talking about focus, laser focus, making sure that I did what I'm supposed to do, whether that was in the gym. I'm doing my work in the gym. I'm doing my work on the field. I mean, I'm talking about, I was obsessed with becoming the best that I could become. I was obsessed with the work, so I fell in love with the journey. I love practice. I knew I was going to get better. That's where I was going to get better. So I was going to go the extra mile in practice. I don't care if they told me to do 20, I'm doing 25. They told me to do 40, I'm doing 50. So nice. I was constantly pushing myself, working and just removing that threshold. And, whether that's getting in shape. It was with everything. So that's the kind of work ethic that I had, and for me, it works. That's all I know. I can always hang my head on the work.
Right.
I don't really care about the results so much, but as long as I'm prepared and I put in the work, I know, good things are going to happen for me.
Right. Where could you say that work ethic came from?
It came from my dad. I had my dad around me. My dad, he had me at 50 years old. He was a World War II vet. I was his prize and joy because, it was like he felt like God gave him a second opportunity, a second chance on life to raise his children. So he really focused on me and my little sister. So it was my dad. He was just a jack of all trades. He was a chef. He was a mechanic. He did everything. He was a plumber. He was just constantly working. It was just work. So I saw that work, and that's all I knew. It's just, hey, I'm gonna put in the work, and I'm not gonna let anyone outwork me. I mean, he would have 3-4 jobs at a time. He's doing a little bit of everything. So he was the person that I looked up to. He was the person that inspired me and pushed me. And he was an encyclopedia. I mean, you're talking about a person that was born in 1924. And you're raising your kid in 1975, 50 years later. You're trying to, the times he had to go through, the things he went through in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, like the things he had to overcome. Exactly. Things he had to overcome. Right. He lived it.
Yeah.
He lived it. And he was awesome. And he never talked about anything negative. He was the most positive individual you would meet.
Nice.
Everyone, he was like, this is how he would introduce himself. Yeah. I'm Ernest Spivey Jr.'s daddy.
That's where
that's just how it eventually turned out to be. When people say, "Oh, that's Trey's dad," so yeah, I'm Trey's dad.
Isn't it crazy how you end up turning into your pop?
Exactly.
Like my dad, the Goodwills, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I was like in junior high, so I was like, Dad, I want some Air One shoes. I want Jordans.
Yeah.
And he was like, just go, like,
Boy.
it's called the DI, right?
Right.
Goodwill's called. He's like, just go to the DI, and we're like, nah, I don't want to go there, bro. I'm like, I got girls in friends and stuff.
Right.
And he's like, one day you're gonna shop at that place.
Yeah.
Oh, guess where I get my clothes?
Yeah.
Goodwill. I'm like,
I'm telling you,
Right.
You end up turning into him, man.
And I'm talking about the most humble person that you can meet. Just unbelievably humble. He never would talk about the war too much. He just focused on the positive things. No matter what he was going through, he never complained. He never explained anything. He just did the work, period. He just did the work. So he made sure he provided. My parents, they divorced when I was 13 years old, and he raised me and my little sister. He's 63, 64 years old, with nothing. And as far as financial stability, it wasn't there. So, but he made it happen, no matter what. So he knew how much I was in love with sports. It didn't matter. He found a way. If I needed a bat, he'll find me a bat. If I needed cleats, whatever I needed, he was going to make sure that he made sure I had it. So he made sure, I had what I needed.
That's so special, man. Today you cherish those memories.
I do. He's no longer with us right now, but he's right here, and he's gonna always be there.
Amen to
Right.
that.
And he referred himself, Mr. Spivey.
Mr.
Mr.
Spivey.
Exactly.
Hey, Trey, let me ask you something.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
he's
go
the
ahead.
third. He is the third.
Oh, he's the third.
He's the third best he is.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So that's where we got Trey from.
Hey, Trey, let me ask you something, man. It's about your nickname, bro. Was it Spidey?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you call yourself?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this Spidey sense nickname you got going, bro.
It's the hands. Spider-Man, common everything got the sticky hands.
Oh,
That's where I
okay.
got the name Spidey from, and it's close to Spivey, so got that. And I also got a second nickname that I didn't even create myself, but they call it Grinch. Because if you go on my Instagram page, what's it called? I have a picture where I'm at a 7-on-7 football event, but I was wearing pajamas and they have the Grinch all over it. While I was there, one of the people who worked for the tournament, they're like, "Yo, I got this Grinch hat you can wear. It's super cool." So she gives me this Grinch hat, and then she has a whole bunch of props. She's like, "Hold on, take the superhero stuff too." So I have a superhero mask on, a superhero cape, Grinch pajamas, a Grinch hat. It was just.
Nah,
So now
That's
they
crazy.
start calling you Grinch.
you know why they call you Grinch? Because you be snatching up people's Christmases, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
That part.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Hey, but do you guys have anything else y'all want to go over these guys?
It has been a pleasure. We appreciate it, and
You want to sign
hopefully
up?
in the future, you know, we're gonna have the NFL Spidey in the house.
Hey,
There
the
you go.
Grinch.
Yeah.
I like Spidey though.
Right?
Spidey cold.
Spidey's
Spidey's cold.
Spidey's cold. Yeah.
Spidey's cold.
That's
But what I want to do, and it's a dream of mine. Like I really like. There's a lot of like young high school, junior high athletes that you guys, if you guys focus on that, man, I'm telling you, it's something that's needed. And just to bring these guys in and interview some of these guys, and they're doing something that they're getting used to doing interviews. At a
Yeah,
very
you gotta
young
get
age.
used to it.
So
Yeah.
once they get to
Right.
their junior, senior year, high school, college, they're already seasoned to do interviews, and they already know how to do it. And they feel comfortable doing it.
Man,
That's
Trey,
I've done
actually
something. I've done
Yeah.
something.
you got a mouthpiece.
With I've done something even this year with the pro guys. I work with the Brewers, Milwaukee Brewers, and we did an event, and it was called Inspiring Young. I think it was teenagers and I think just young kids and teenagers to dream big, and so we went to the Boys and Girls Club and had them speak to tell their story on their journey as far as being a professional athlete, what it takes, the discipline that it takes, and the sacrifices that you have to make to become a professional athlete, and just sharing their story, because a lot of these kids, they don't have access to athletes. So to have the opportunity to do that, and the guys are giving back their time, they're talking in front of 100 kids and they're telling their story. So I thought it was pretty cool. So you bring guys in like Trey, and there's other athletes around the valley, you can come in and interview. I think they would appreciate it, and it's a win-win
It's
for
a way to
everyone.
give back for
Well,
that.
yeah.
But then that
Yeah.
could be the light of a kid's life.
Yeah,
right there.
100%, 100%. But anything I can do, as far as like athletes, professional,
Please,
high school,
yeah.
college, if this is a lane you guys want to travel in, I'll help. I'll do everything possible. So,
Man, we
Appreciate you.
much appreciate
no,
that. 'cause,
real
like,
talk. That's real talk,
that's-
man.
that's the
because
dream.
This
Yeah.
is like
Really
super
wanna
cool.
inspire
It's
them.
I'm
fun.
glad.
Yeah, no
that
pressure.
that was like, that wasn't too bad. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so I know a lot of guys, and I wish we can talk more about his mom. The moms
Oh,
don't
no,
get the
we-
credit
yeah.
that they
Right.
deserve,
We
because
don't
they're
get
the
some
ones
time
most
in.
of the
Don't worry,
time
don't
taking
worry.
them to
Yeah.
practice.
We're gonna have a
Yeah.
segment. The
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
The
We're
mom's
gonna make
gonna be
sure.
here alone by herself
Hey,
in
and
all the
then you gotta cook
limelight.
for them. Huh?
Right.
You
Yeah.
talking about a high school
Yeah.
kid, you gotta like they're eating,
And their friends.
constant. So
Yeah.
and try to juggle and balance her schedule. Those schedules, I think that's something, man. The moms don't get enough
man,
credit.
yeah, they
times.
put through everything.
Yes.
They got to deal with the men stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they got to deal with their kids stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because the kid think he's the dad now.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Oh yeah.
Kingston,
You gotta
his
do it.
little
Yeah.
brother was able to be here.
Oh,
That's the one thing, if King can, learn that from his brother, just how, he's just to be able to speak and,
Yeah.
and articulate. He's
Uh-huh.
amazing to me.
This
Like,
ain't the last
I'm
time
not
we
just
see
saying-
Trey. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, if you guys are okay with it, I want to get a photo of you guys with AZ Degreez. If that's cool.
Absolutely.
Sounds really good with you hopping in there.
I like that name.
So-
That's catchy.
AZ Degreez,
Oh,
where
I'll
don't
take a picture
get
of
hotter
that.
than this. You know, this is hot out
Hey,
here.
that is awesome.
You want to hop in?
Appreciate you guys.
Hop in the picture.
Come in.
Yeah, get in.
Come
Come
on,
on.
It's history. We
Come
talking
on.
about history.
I didn't even dress appropriately.
So you fine.
Well,
You
you
look
look
good.
great. We usually do one here in the studio and then one outside. outside.
we can do it over here. Let me back up a little bit.
It's like
There we
you
go.
know,
See,
stuff,
are
yeah.
you in there?
All right, Trey, you need to take a picture.
Oh,
Okay, I'm
yeah.
not just.
You guys good?
All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's funny because like in the middle of you guys is the screen of you guys. That's what's up.
All right, there was one out there with everyone.
Thank you, Spidey family. We
I
appreciate
know,
y'all.
we
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Appreciate
Yes.
you. Hey, while I have y'all standing there, I'm gonna teach y'all a quick little easy Tongan word, right?
Okay.
To kind of give y'all some of our culture.
All right.
So the word ofa atu,
Ofa atu.
yeah, ofa atu.
Ofa atu.
That means I love you.
Ofa atu.
Yeah.
Ofa.
Oh,
Ofa
Ofa
atu
atu.
to the Spivey family. We appreciate y'all, man.
Back at you.
Hey.
Ofa atu.
Yeah, Trey, man, you gonna be doing some big things over here, Mr. Hollywood.
So that's the plan. That's the plan.
All right, cool. Is it cool if I get a picture of you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris?
Come on.
Yeah.
Chris,
Chris, I'm gonna get a picture of you.
Excuse me.
Hey, Trey, you gotta get some on the logo, Trey.
Oh, hey, Spivey family, this is the Queen Bee right here.
Oh,
Hey, this is my this is Solo's wife.
Oh, okay. Hello.
So this is Junior Spivey. This is my favorite.
Oh, wow.
How you doing?
Nice.
My son, Trey.
Mom, tap. Yeah, let me get a picture of you with them real quick. Is it quick? Yeah, cool.
Well, y'all give it first, just in case. Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Cool. Chris is over there.
I don't know how to do that.
You good.
We'll go on each side.
Yeah, you guys hop in.
Alrighty. Anybody else want to hop in?
Solo phone? You guys hop in.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
get it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
Sean standing over there. Come on in.
Yeah, join the party.
Did you wanna get them first, and did we? I
Oh, no,
You
no,
hop
no.
in.
We
We
get
want you a
everybody.
part of the fam.
Getting everybody. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
Let's have them take one team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
We're gonna just hold this and just capture this.
One with the team.
And then you can capture with this hand. You know, dual. You know, dual action, bro.
One, two, three. One, two, three.
The best angle. I'm just kidding.
You want to go higher up? Is that the one? All right, 1, 2, 3. Go.
Yeah, that's just on video. You just catch everybody on video.
You wanna be in one, I can take it, you
Oh,
do
no,
it.
no, good.
All of you.
I'm just the assistant, you know?
Thank you.
You did a great job.
Hey, but next time y'all want to do something, especially Trey, if you have someone you want to bring over, if you guys want to throw down like this again, let us know.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
We'll have a whole football team like that.
So that's one of the things, like what you were saying in there, Junior. He was telling us because one of our biggest things is especially with Polynesians, with the youth, we're trying to give them an avenue too. So especially if we get help from you on ways to help inspire the youth, if it's through here or we run events, let us know. Let's do it. Let's run it. I appreciate you guys taking the time out to spend time with us in the team. And
100%.
yeah, we'll see y'all real soon. Probably see you Friday, dog.
Nice.
Big time. You guys first game of the season
Cool.
on Friday.
Good luck for that.
That'll be exciting.
And thank you for wanting to do this.
Oh.
Because,
It's an honor. It's an honor.
It's, just to be able to capture something. I've never been great with the film, and he used to always say, you need to record our, and I'm like recording, but I'm like watching the game. So
You're like,
and so it's good to have that. I mean, I look at what Connie's friends did for
Oh,
him,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then had all that footage created documentary.
Oh, yeah. With the Kanye West.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And it was so powerful.
You start realizing how powerful this thing is.
Wow. Yeah.
His capture moments.
He was called 0 Degree.
You know, and so
Yeah.
I think.
That's the reason why I started filming was my kids, when they started going to Pop Warner age. I was like, man, I'm tired of seeing this parent footage on the sideline. So I'll be standing on the field with a GoPro and like this, like steadily walking while they're running.
Running with them.
And I really appreciate this moment. This has been beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you guys. And then we'll have you guys out again. Next time we'll cook it up big for y'all and get it going. I don't know, Trey, you might go back 20 pounds heavier.
He loves to eat now. You won't turn down the food.
Can I take one of you guys on my phone, please? You can join in too, yeah. The other one's ruined then. Hop in with her. 1, 2, 3. Oh, got it. Thank you.
Man, appreciate y'all coming through. A World Series champ right here.
Yes!
What's your number?
D-Bats!
We're gonna find out what your schedule is.
I was just regardless of.
Oh, yeah.
And Reggie Sanders just was saying TU.
Wow.
So we're doing about it's not gonna be at TU.
Nice.
So it was pretty cool.
Cool. Do you mind saying a little shout out to AZ Degreez?
Oh yeah.
Okay, ready?
Let me get the slogan right. You say
Where don't get hot in this.
Yeah.
Ready?
You should do that.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to you, AZ Degreez, for nothing gets hotter than this. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Looking forward to seeing more work in the future. Thanks for having us. Appreciate you.
Oh, you're the best.
Trey,
God
Trey.
bless y'all.
Let's go. Drop a soundbite for AZ Degreez, dog.
AZ Degreez or don't get hurt.
Don't get out of this.
Don't get out of this.
Hey, make sure you stick your class, everything.
Trey Spivey, class 23, runs high school, wide receiver. You know what it is. AZ Degreez, right? Don't get hotter than this.
Hey! You're a natural! Right.
You never know, he might be a Gerber baby like.
Right? That's hilarious.
Hey, but I appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now y'all know you got a whole team out here that'll rock it.
Thank you. Thank you. It's on shop. So
We'll
check soon. All right.
Yes.
Trying to get him a logo.
And then you have them.
Maybe a t-shirt behind something going. Something going.
We can help him out all his work.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Junior, I'll send you some pictures of some of the stuff that he's doing for coming down the pipeline for balling up.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, hey, there's the Dougie right there, bro.
Yeah.
Did you say so?
They wanted to see the Dougie, yeah. Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, this you?
Yeah, that's the merch they make for both bags.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So it's the strip of blanket, but it's got a hood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take pictures of the inside.
Hey, Bobo.
That is
Yeah, this is the thug I was telling you
She's
about.
all about
Oh,
it. She's
my-
all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the back, look at the back.
Oh,
They also customize.
So we can get, they got his pictures on the back, so when you wear them to the games.
Yeah,
Oh,
you guys can
What's
customize.
that?
Yeah, we can get Trey's picture.
They
Trey's
want me
picture.
to order for the game.
Yeah, so
I'm
we
gonna
wear
order,
them
I'm
to
gonna
the
have to figure out how to order one of these and get one.
Yeah.
And I wear it to the game. I have to really late.
Man, you're gonna be the best looking mom out there.
They're like, get some pictures of me in my thing.
That's awesome.
Man, I'm gonna need when I start working on some sound bites for you, I'm gonna need some highlights from you.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Send me some of the baseball highlights, dog.
I got you.
I be seeing your stuff on Instagram, like, yo, this is cold.
Okay, all right. Alright, we'll see you guys.
I am curious about the logo thing.
Yeah,
For my,
yeah, we'll get
you know,
you
for
taken
my
care
real
of.
estate, because it's just, like I said, I've worked with 3 people and they just dropped it off.
This guy will
Oh,
help you.
it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we could
I'll send his information over to you.
And